Welcome back to This Day. Joining us now is Dr. Simon Hoag. He is Medical Director with Hoag Family Cancer Institute. Welcome. So nice to meet you. Appreciate you coming down early this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
I know you got a busy day. So first off, tell us about your background and
Sure.
you know how you got into this field and everything.
Yeah, sure. So my background is actually in internal medicine, which is adult medicine. This is what I did after medical school. I did 3 years of that, then I did another 3 years of cancer medicine, something called hematology and medical oncology. That was done in Boston. And then I went down to North Carolina to further subspecialize in neurological oncology, and that was at Duke University. So I've been doing that ever since I finished training. A lot of my focus is on clinical research, translational research, meaning how do you take something out of the laboratory and getting it to patients, and also of course seeing patients in my clinic.
Yeah. How did you know that this was your calling, that this is what you wanted to do?
I actually didn't really know I wanted to go and become a cancer doctor until I was exposed to that rotation actually during my residency when I was at Dartmouth. And classically it was a place, or the ward, the cancer ward, and that rotation were very, very difficult for a lot of people to go through. And that's what I was expecting. And when I was doing it, I honestly found the subject matter and of course the patients and the families to be amazing people. And I thought that this is definitely something I want to do. And then why I chose neurological oncology was because there's just such a lack of good therapeutic options for these patients. I really felt like I could make a difference in these patients' lives, but through research and providing the best possible care.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So May is Brain Tumor Awareness Month, and statistics show that like 400,000 patients will be diagnosed with cancer of the brain or the central nervous system. I guess that's per year. But yeah, that's not something you definitely ever want to hear. But tell us about the different types of brain and spinal cord tumors.
Sure. So the majority of brain and spinal cord tumors are actually metastatic. They come from breast cancer, lung cancer, melanoma. Those I would say are the three big ones. There are other types that can go there as well, but they make up the majority of the 400,000 that are diagnosed per year. We call those metastatic. The other subtype are the primary, and those are subdivided into more malignant subtypes and then benign. The malignant, and actually that's the most common one that you would see from the primary perspective, are the glioblastomas, or GBM. Those are very aggressive, they're difficult to treat, and even with standard therapies, the majority of those patients have their brain cancer come back and require further treatment.
Yeah, that's hard. So what are the new treatments for brain tumors?
Yeah, so a lot of focus in neuro-oncology and brain tumor care is actually on these very malignant primary brain tumors called glioblastomas. That's a lot of my focus as far as research goes is in that area, as well as in metastatic disease. In glioblastoma, there have been a lot of advances when it comes to cell therapy. So basically harnessing your own body's ability to fight off cancer naturally, but supercharging it. So there have been studies that have been done at various centers, including here in California, where we've harvested immune cells from patients, re-engineered them through genetic alterations to make them very active and very good at killing cancer, and then reinfused those cells back into the patient to hunt down cancer cells and kill them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's sort of the beginning of all this. We're just seeing this now in human studies, and actually here at Hoag, we'll be opening up a clinical trial using those cells to kill cancer, further activated by other immune-stimulating medicines. It's very exciting.
So what's the hope, or what do you hope to find out, like with this next study for this, with the cell therapy?
Well, as in any early study, we have to make sure that it's safe to give to patients. Preliminary data suggests that it is safe and it's going to be well tolerated. but we need to confirm in larger human studies. And of course, we're going to be looking for signals of efficacy, or if it actually works and helps patients. I review MRIs on a daily basis for my patients to see how they're responding to treatment. So in this clinical trial, let's say at Hoag, that's what I'm going to be doing to see if their tumor is shrinking, if it's showing other signs of response to treatment. Inflammation is going to be part of that, and it's going to be important to tease out if that's inflammation because we're activating the immune system, or if it's inflammation, maybe potentially if it's not working, that drug is just not working. So we need to figure that out.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck. I hope this sounds very exciting that if it does work. So tell us about Hoag Family Cancer Institute's partnership with Pickup Neurosciences Institute.
Yeah, so it is a very strong partnership. I actually sort of span both institutes, since I focus on brain cancer. I certainly leverage the strengths at the Pickup Center for Neurosciences, in that they have wonderful neurologists that can assist with headache management, seizure management, other sort of neurological, very complex neurological symptoms of brain tumors. Our neurosurgeons are based out of that Neurosciences Institute as well, and they're wonderful. Some of them actually use basically virtual reality to plan and guide their surgical approach for patients with complex brain tumors. It's very exciting. It's basically what fighter pilots do before they actually, perform the actual, fighting.
Yeah.
They plan their approach using virtual reality. It's actually using very similar technology. So I'm very happy and very lucky to be there because I have such strong partners in neurosurgery and neurology.
So basically what this is surgeons can practice the surgery before actually going in and doing the surgery.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, This incredible. I mean, it kind of makes me think of the space movie where they were in the simulator practicing how to get back into the Earth's atmosphere.
That's exactly right.
Right?
Yeah. You only have one shot, so you should probably do, all these practice runs in virtual reality before you actually do the actual procedure.
That is just incredible. And anything else that you're working on with the hospital that our residents would be interested in hearing about?
Yeah, so I'm still fairly new to Hoag. It'll be 1 year in August of this year, and I can tell you right now that we're going to be opening up a multitude of clinical trials that are investigating lots of different techniques of trying to improve the care for patients with brain tumors as well as metastatic disease. I think we have an excellent cancer center. We have a lot of different subspecialists in breast cancer and lung cancer. And I actually see patients with lung cancer as well and melanoma, treating their disease below the neck, but also, when it does metastasize, where, it does happen in a subset of patients, I'm also there for them, in that regard as well. They get a very comprehensive approach at Hoag, and I think we do a very, very good job of taking care of patients and families.
That's wonderful. For you, what is the most rewarding part about this calling?
It's working with patients and families. It's truly a personal connection that I build with my patients, and as I guide them through this journey, I see myself as not just a doctor, but also a teacher and a guide, like I said. Helping them navigate this experience in their life, which is extremely hard.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the fact that I have a team around me also that's built to support these patients. We have nurse navigators, nurses, schedulers, nurse practitioners, and PAs that really build this sort of protective cocoon around my patients and the families to help answer questions and, like I said, guide them through their journey.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. It was such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
If you would like to make an appointment or have further information, you can contact Hoag Medical Center at 949-764-4060. Stay with us because we have Sports Corner coming up right after this.